demonstration and having the blessings of Allah through prayers. Next shall be the welcome remarks by the Commandant of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School, and remarks by the British Mobile Training Team Leader. This shall be followed by a presentation of certificates, awards and gifts, and remarks by the British High Commission, and finally a keynote address by the Deputy Chief of Defence Staff. Sir, we are gathered here this afternoon to witness a closing ceremony of the peace support and operation, a peace support operation and post-conflict recovery conducted at the Union Barracks Swamp from the 3rd November to the 20th November 2025 by the British Short-Term Training Team. 33 personnel from various units of guards took part in a 3 weeks intensive training, which includes formal lectures, outdoor lessons, practicals and field exercises like infantry skills, counter-improvised explosive devices, CIED, vehicle checkpoint, vehicle searching, vulnerable point 360, close quarter battle, battlefield medical care, land navigation without equipment, and among others. The course was designed to enhance the instructor's capability to deliver pre-deployment training to contingents embarking on a peacekeeping mission. The aim is to acquire border peace support operation fundamentals and enable instructors to deliver effective pre-deployment training to guard contingents at all times. At this juncture, so kindly permit me to respectfully invite the Commandant of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School, Major Abdullah Seka, to give his welcoming remarks. Sir, you're welcome.
The Chief of Defence Staff, Gambia Armed Forces, heavily represented by the Deputy Chief of Defence Staff, Gambia Armed Forces, Major General Usman Gomez, the representative of the British High Commissioner to the Gambia, Mr. Ashley Mayadi, the Director of Training at the Defence Headquarters, the officer commanding the British Short-Term Training Team to the Gambia, the Chief Instructor of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School, the instructors of the British Short-Term Training Team here present, the Administrative Secretary of the British Defence Section of the British High Commission of the Gambia, the Regimental Sergeant Major of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School, course participants, the media here present, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good afternoon. It is with distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony, marking the successful culmination of Peace Support Operations Skills Instructor course here at the Gambia Armed Forces Training School. Today, we celebrate a significant milestone in the history of the Gambia Armed Forces. To our graduates, your dedication, perseverance, and commitment to achieving the high standards demanded by this course are truly admirable. You have faced considerable challenges and emerged as a team of highly skilled instructors ready to save the next generation of peacekeepers. Peace support operations are the cornerstone of international peace and security. In an increasingly complex world with evolving conflicts and threats, the need for qualified, well-prepared personnel has never been more critical. The skills you have honed here would include counter-improvised explosive devices, house clearing drills, patrolling, mounted and dismounted drills are vital tools for fostering stability and saving lives in any crisis zone. You now have the capacity to multiply this impact by training others to operate effectively and with heightened sense of responsibility in a multi-dimensional and multicultural environment. Your ability to effectively design, deliver, and evaluate training for future peacekeepers is highly saluted. We are also profoundly grateful to the instructors of the British short-term training team for their expertise and guidance. The British Defence Section and the British High Commission to the Gambia for their invaluable support. The Defence Headquarters for their steadfast leadership and guidance. And the families and friends who have been the bedrock of support for these graduates. As you embark on this new chapter, remember that the journey of learning does not stop here. You are now ambassadors of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School and the values of peace you champion. We are confident you will perform with flair and selfless devotion to duty once you return to your various units. Once again, heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. May your future endeavors be successful and your contribution to peace, to global peace, be impactful. On behalf of the staff and instructors of the Gambia Armed Forces Training School, you are once again welcome to this auspicious occasion. And please enjoy the rest of the ceremony. I thank you for your kind attention.
Forces Training School for those wonderful remarks. Moving on, I will now respectfully invite the British Mobile Training Team leader to give his remarks, Captain Mark.
Major General, senior officers of the Gambian Armed Forces Training School, RSM, sirs, ma'ams, ladies and gents, and all those attending, thank you very much for coming today. If I could please just begin with a few moments of thanks to many of our new friends we've met over the past weeks. First, Major Saka, thank you so much for facilitating material and personnel to allow us to be able to conduct this training mission. Captain Jarju Mattis, it's been fantastic to meet you, and thank you also for having our back and making sure that we had everything we needed whenever we needed it. Second Lieutenant Saar, thank you for assisting us throughout long days in the heat of the Gambia. You have an enormously promising future ahead. Staff Sergeant Jemme, thank you very much for keeping the troops in good line, both us and the GAF. And Sergeant Jatta, thank you very much for always providing a warm smile and an easy conversation when we needed it. To the troops, thank you for your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm, your will to learn, and your drive to come every day and give your absolute best. It's been a huge honor for us to stand with you and watch the will that you have to learn and the enthusiasm and courage you have for both the GAF and your nation. Instructors are absolutely the key to fighting power for any nation. A really great instructor will save far more lives in the classroom than they will on the battlefield. And that is now your honor and your duty. Please take it as seriously as we've seen you take it over the past few weeks. Remember, with your students, as we've said many times, it's so easy to do your job when you've slept well, when you've fed well, when you've had a cold Coca-Cola. But the key will come when you are hungry, when you are tired, when you are thirsty, and when your soldiers are afraid. That is when the great instructors will stand up. They'll lead from the front, and they will train from the bottom of their hearts. We have had a wonderful time here in the Gambia, sitting under the mango trees, sharing stories, making new friends, and at times having the privilege to travel around your wonderful country. If we can leave here with one message, is please take care of each other. Take care of the soldiers that will follow you. Take care of your beautiful Gambia. And make sure that every man and woman stood to your left and right knows that you will be taking care of them. Don't forget, when times get tough and someone has to make a decision, rock, paper, scissors. Go.
Mabeko, Eta Mabeko.
Sir, with your permission, we will now witness the presentation of certificates to the course students. Please rise up and march forward as I mention your name. Lance Corporal Corps Mobile. 13 GNA 18523, Lance Corporal Diallo Ismail.
So,
13 GNA 18491, Lance Corporal Drame Babu.
so,
13 RNG 18324, Lance Corporal Mane Sadiku.
so.
I respectfully invite Captain Mark to deliver the answer. Captain Mark to present awards to the deserving students. You are welcome.
Is Lance Corporal Sambu Joseph A. Sir!
Mabeko, Eta Mabeko. Sir! Mabeko, Eta Mabeko.
The next prize is for a mentor prize, and that goes to Corporal Sanyang Alaji. Sir!
Thank you very much for helping your assessment.
Mabeko.
Triple T Lance Corporal Jessica Rollinson to present Best Medic, and that goes to Corporal Jallo Mamadou S. Competition where the troops have been split into sections, so we've been doing a point scoring system, so I just want to recognise the winning section, and that goes to 3 section.
Thank you.
Thank you. The students have gifts to present to the course instructors as a token of appreciation. I will now call on Lance Corporal Jessica. I will call on 11 Jene 17920 Corporal Jata A. Present gift to her. And the school gift is mixed. And the school gift together. It's a school gift. They are presenting the school gift. The school also have gift for the instructors.
But how can you give the school gift to them? How can you give them the school gift to them? This one before the school gift. MC, like the fire.
Yes. They will now ask the students to present them their gifts before the instructors. And I have Bombardier, Zakeli. My colon 09 Jene 1568. I call on Lance Sergeant Jack.
Extremely pleased to be here today to represent Her Excellency British High Commissioner Harriet King. Gambia and the United Kingdom share a deep and enduring relationship, rooted in history, strengthened in the present, and full of promise for the future. This connection is reflected in many ways through the vibrant Gambian community in the UK, British citizens who call the Gambia home, and the countless British tourists who visit each year. Among the most significant aspects of this partnership is the long-standing bond between the Gambian Armed Forces and His Majesty's Armed Forces of the United Kingdom. This training activity represents yet another milestone in that shared journey. Over the past 3 weeks, you've engaged in an impressive range of subject areas. I won't repeat the list, but I speak as a civilian and honestly say, especially looking at the demonstration earlier, they all sound very impressive, so well done. You should be proud of what you've accomplished over the past 3 weeks. Every interaction between our armed forces is an opportunity for mutual learning, an exchange of knowledge, skills and experience. And from my conversations with Captain Victorious and the team, I know they've been deeply impressed by your resilience, professionalism and dedication. They've learned much from you and will take away very fond memories of their time in the Gambia. So on behalf of Her Excellency and the Defence Attaché, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, the training cohort, for your hard work and commitment throughout these 3 weeks. Thank you for your service and for the selfless devotion you demonstrate every day as officers and soldiers of the Gambian Armed Forces. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Defence staff to give his keynote address.
British High Commissioner, heavily represented by Mr. Ashley Medley, the Director of Training, Gambia Armed Forces, the Commandant, Gambia Armed Forces Training School, Commanding Officer, British Short-Term Training Team, Captain Mark, the Chief Instructor, Gambia Armed Forces Training School, instructors here present, officers of the Gambia Armed Forces, graduates here, our friend the media, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is an honor to stand before you this afternoon on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff to give a keynote address with regards to the context of training of trainers on pre-deployment and post-conflict recoveries. This is not merely another ending of training into the training calendar. It is instead a strategic investment in the competence, leadership, and professionalism of those who will teach, guide, and mentor our troops in both training and operational environments. In today's security landscape, military personnel are called upon to operate in areas affected by instability, human crisis, and fragile governance structures. Their success in such mission depends greatly on the quality of preparation they receive prior to deployment. That preparation in turn rests on the soldiers of the trainers who shape their skill, mindset, and resilience. That is why this particular training could not come at a better time than now, when demand on maintaining professional skill and proficient soldiers in all our units remains high. As such, this course was designed to equip you with the necessary techniques, operational knowledge, and human-centered approach required to train our troops in your various units effectively. We therefore expect you to embrace modern methods of instruction as taught to you by the British partners, to understand the evolving nature of conflict and appreciate the rules of forces played beyond traditional combat, whether it is supporting humanitarian operations, stabilizing communities, or helping rebuild societies emerging from conflict or war. Today, you stand better prepared not only to train others, but to lead, motivate, and guide our personnel who, when the need arises, will be deployed into environments where stakes are high and the responsibility immense. As trainers, your influence will extend far beyond the classroom or training field. The knowledge you gain on operational readiness, protection of civilians, humanitarian coordination, or ethical conduct will shape the quality and conduct of our troops. Your work will directly contribute to mission success and preservation of human dignity where most threatened. I therefore want to commend each of you for your commitment to learning during the period of the course, and your professionalism is highly commended. I salute you all. As you return to your units and formations, I urge you to carry with you the lessons, values, and best practice gained here in this course. Remain adapted, embrace continuous learning, and remember that your role as trainers is not merely to deliver instructions, but to inspire excellence, discipline, and integrity in all those you lead. Congratulations once again. Finally, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff and on behalf of the Gambia Armed Forces to the British High Commissioner, and through you to the training team here present. We really appreciate your effort in giving us such training. This is not the first time, and this is not the last time. You've been training us in all peacekeeping capacity, and any other trainings that the Gambia Armed Forces are required to train on. I will not conclude without recognizing an individual here, and that is Tuti. Tuti has been boring me with so many emails. In fact, there are some times that I will say, should I even block it? But I will say, no, I have to. Because Tuti is always on top of us. And why he's on top of us is because of the British High Commission or the British Armed Forces giving us the slot of trainings that we require for our forces. On that note, Tuti, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
First going to align at the photo stand with RSM